I'm going to show you today how to use Google Classroom and Google Sites together. So most of you guys created a Google site this year and it looks something similar to this. And now we're kind of looking at Google Classroom and why would you really want to have a Google Classroom if you have a Google site? Well, there's a lot of things about Classroom that you can't do with Google Sites, and I do have that written in the blog. It's more of a learning management system, which they call an LMS, and it allows you to hand out work and get work back from students and grade work, and there's a lot of great things you can do with Google Classroom. So on my website, I have a Google Classroom called Technology. So pretend that Technology is the name of my class. So right here, I have a link to my Google Classroom, and I just made a note that parents cannot access Google Classroom. However, they can use their email to receive weekly class summaries from Google Classroom, which is a new feature this year. The key to integrating Google Classroom with your Google site to make it as easy as possible is to simply embed the calendar that comes from Google Classroom. So whenever you make an assignment in Google Classroom, and I'll show you here, you add an assignment. I'll show you this really quickly. I'm just going to paste a link to a lesson that I did, and I'm going to add the due date to be, what's today? I'll say Friday. So I put the assignment on. There's my assignment and it's due Friday. Well, the great thing about Google Classroom is that it automatically puts it onto the calendar. So this is within Classroom, and students can see their assignments in Classroom. So what I did was I embedded the calendar onto my Google site. So now parents and students can see the assignments. If you mouse over the assignment, or you actually have to click on it, you can see the full assignment. So parents can't get onto your Google Classroom, but this is a way that you don't have to do any extra work, and you can share. This is the assignment. Let me refresh this real quick. You can share what the assignment is. Here it is, the one I just put up. Onto your Google site without doing any extra work to maintain both. So you can just keep the basic information on your Google site and then go ahead and set up a Google Classroom. And then the way that they work together is by sharing this calendar. So you don't have to keep putting updates on both Google Classroom and Google Calendar. So what I did to connect that calendar is really pretty simple. So I went into the Google site. You're going to hit the Edit tool. And from here, you're going to go to Insert. And then you're going to go to Calendar. And when you set up your Google Classroom, it will automatically set up your calendar. So I just kind of scroll through here and I find the calendar from my Google Classroom that's called Technology and hit Select. And then I hit Save. I don't need to change these dimensions. And I hit Save again. And there it is. It pops right up. So this is a great, easy way to connect Google Classroom and Google Calendar together.